Previously on Irving Renquist. What the hell are you doing here?
I live here.
You've been giving me nothing, Irving. Your focus is shifting off this project.
I was investigating just last night.
In the wrong house.
Julia's pissed.
You have that effect on her. Why don't you investigate Cuba Road then?
I have a TV job.
Not a real job. Well, where are you gonna go?
I don't know, to Irving's?
I am so sick of hearing about Irving.
You know, I changed my mind. I am breaking up with you.
Dottie.
What'd you do, get kicked out of your house?
Ghost hunting. Got the gear to prove it. Have you actually seen a ghost?
Call me tomorrow and ask me out, and then I'll tell you about my ghost.
You get the hell out of here. I'm calling the cops.
I'm investigating an important case.
Your name Irving.
What's it to you?
To keep you away from my daughter.
Dottie. The ghost lives in the playground behind her house.
This is inside.
There were cold spots inside the house, some with form. So there's something inside and outside.
Where does she live?
Cuba Road.
A stage door?
Possibly. We have something!
Welcome to Irving Renquist, Episode 2, entitled Preliminary. I'm Director Patrick Pantelis, and with me is...
Michael NOENS. I am a producer and cinematographer.
And David B. Grell, creator and writer of the series.
Nice to have you guys here.
Nice to have you here, too.
Thanks, Pat. So now, Pat, I believe you were actually the third director to direct an episode of Irving Renquist, even though it was the second episode of the series.
That may very well be true. How that happened, I'm not quite sure. I think...
wasn't it because of vacation schedules that we had some difficulty with... the nice thing about episode 3 was it only featured 2 of the main cast members, so we were able to rearrange it a little bit. Of course, we also shot both of those directly in the middle of episode 1, which took the entire series to complete. So you were tasked with building the quirkiness of the series, because the first episode was intended as this lays out the characters. Now episode 2 is going to lay out the story and the strangeness. And you also got the first real dramatic relationship scene.
Tim.
Mm-hmm. And I loved Daddy and that cuddly little teddy bear. I found it lying around, and I gave it to Erica. I just thought it'd be a nice little thing to be bringing from one home to a new home.
She is very cute with the teddy bear.
She is very cute.
Well, she's very cute without the teddy bear, too.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, Dave.
That Doug Bonnick, he's a cutie, too.
I can't put up with things the way they are right now. Tim! Would you stop interrupting me?
He's afraid to laugh into the microphone.
It's true.
You can like it and not be gay. There's nothing wrong with one man saying that another man is cute.
There is nothing wrong with it. He is a well-sculpted individual.
I think he is the weakest character written in the entire series. He does nothing for the show. He's just basically working against our main female protagonist, and there's a reason he stopped showing up in the show, and it has nothing to do with the actor.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, Doug did a great job. I actually really like I think on the page, the character, that was the purpose of the character on the page, and then, in the actual series, the way it played out, I think that Doug really brought another level to it, which was nice.
He does seem to be able to afford a very nice home for her
Yes.
that she leaves very quickly to live with Irving. Of course, he
has
also
a
seems to
very nice
have a
home,
very
too.
nice home. Yeah,
Well decorated.
Lots
of movies.
Lots of movies there.
Lots of movies.
Now, Pat, you were excited from the moment we asked you to direct episode 2 because you got the only sex scene in the series.
Yes. Yes.
Bound chicken, bound pound.
Which is
It was gonna be hot.
coming up very short. It was going to be hot, yes. Whether we actually translated to hot is a whole different story. And here we are.
Very bright room for some dirty
I mean it as a
deeds.
compliment.
And there was our Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which is our Ghostbuster shout-out.
They're going to make him watch.
Not all of my guests show up at my door out of nowhere. I don't have any.
The favorite little character you're going to find is Winnie the
That
Pooh.
I can do.
He's in a picture frame.
Miss Emily
Wait for
Lawson claims that her dead
For
husband,
it.
William Richard
I
Lawson,
like the pictures that are sitting on the table in the background, clearly because we didn't want them to be on the wall behind our characters. Hey, there he is. There's his name.
you didn't have any.
Fate, perhaps.
Watered down root beer, was it?
Thank
Oh,
you,
was it?
I think
Was
so.
it?
I think so.
So you're French, you're really into this stuff?
Which it was also what our alcohol was most of the time. Was
There he is! Way the boo! Take a shot.
Out of focus. Take a shot? Is this the Winnie the Pooh drinking game?
well, it's
It is
only in
now.
this scene, right?
That's
Winnie
true.
the Pooh doesn't show up, and
This is a light game.
one of the wonderful things about this series is you can count how many times Irving Renquist must have rearranged his furniture because it's different almost every time we see it. Watch where the bar goes. That's the most important one. Because right now it's behind Irving's head. Later on, it's in the other corner.
Does it move back and forth? Because that would be awesome. If it did move back and forth.
During the scenes, no, it actually moves independent of the series.
Oh, okay, that's good. Good to hear.
Responsible.
Dottie's an aggressive girl.
Yeah, what's that?
Very.
Somebody complained about that. I don't remember who though.
Wow.
They had an issue with Dottie's aggressiveness.
There needs to be more of that in the world.
Aggressive Dotties.
Aggressive women. Dotties. I need me a Dottie.
Oh yeah, Brian made this very strange sound here when Dottie was supposed to be grabbing him off camera, and I removed it from the episode because it was just a very unusual sound. And it didn't fit with someone, enjoying themselves. It was more like someone who was very concerned about what might happen, which wasn't where we were going, I don't think.
Not at all. He knew where he was going.
Completely unrelated. You think I'm hot.
Now, this episode is different
Apropos of nothing.
from the others in that we have a lot of close-ups
Surprise.
in this episode. There's a lot of close, tight
It's a
shots.
good way to go through life, actually.
What the hell was the cinematographer thinking?
I'm looking right at him, and I'm hoping he has some.
I don't really know, actually. I don't really remember.
Was
why
that
we
you
did
or was that Pat?
Want a tumble?
I think it was me. On that whole. Oh, this is a great scene because it's awkward.
Yeah, I extended this as long as possible. I actually kept going, cutting back and forth.
Do you want to see my Super Nintendo that plays Nintendo games?
This is one of the best sets we built for the series. The standing set of Lonnie's lair that my wife was furious ate up our garage for
supposed to be here.
2.5 months.
This is the third time. I know.
Hey, Lon, you'll never guess what happened with Dottie. Jules?
I'm not doing this so you and your new girlfriend can look cute on TV.
Look, of course not. I am a
That you
professional.
are.
Irving's beard is very short in this
Yeah.
episode too.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
think
is.
he trimmed it not too long before.
Got this
Because it had grown out, I think.
Hey, it's our first special effect, our first sound special effect here. Yay! I think that's me.
You just going.
No, I think that was me saying something specifically and
then
making
altered
it
it
backwards and
It
altered.
would have been a lot more fun, I think, if you just did a Gollum impression.
So when they actually reverse it and speed it up, it actually means nothing.
Are you gonna play something for us?
I love,
Lon?
and Tom Servo looks on.
Oh yeah, I hear Dave in there.
It's almost like the song. in
Now,
Ferris
actually, I
Bueller.
don't remember if I did that all with Melanie's voice or if that was
Crap! You need more?
some of me
Holy
too.
Okay, Irving, stop it. It could be a radio
Probably a mixture of both.
transmission.
And that was one of the latest things we did for the series was recording the voice of Dottie's mother. That
This definitely
was
warrants
months
further
after we
investigation.
finished shooting.
Well, let's put this second on the docket right after Dottie's place.
Meanwhile, at Dottie's place.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, hi, Doc. So, what you been up to?
This scene, I kind of tried to show a little bit of a distance between the Dottie character and her father. Just in her short responses and not
Out
really
with-
giving him an attention.
Irving?
She's reading Quantum Leap book.
Excellent series, by the
Your
way.
new friend Irving, the ghost hunter?
Because you know what you want to do in a television series is reference a
Rotor goes to the
really,
cemetery.
really good television series. So people watching it will sit there and be like, "Oh, Quantum Leap! I wish I was watching that series."
Oh no! They're going. Oh, they're referencing Quantum Leap. That's a really good series. So this series must be really good too.
Is that how it works when you reference something that
Automatic
makes
Definitely how it
credibility.
works.
you are as good, if not better, than the series you are referencing?
Well, because the moment you mention it, it's as good as that series.
Well,
So
actually,
everything
I
else
do
is just
think
more.
we are as good as the Quantum Leap novelization series.
I thought you said that was awful.
No, there were some good ones.
Oh, okay.
No, there were one or two just that completely did not get the canon of the series and blew it.
And that's not going to make a bit of difference.
Those were my episodes, weren't they? Is that what you're trying to say, Dave?
I was talking about the Quantum Leap book series, but yes, you completely blew it. I didn't
Mike,
want
you
to
screwed the
tell you
pooch.
until now. I mean, because you know it's fitting that I tell you this on the commentary that you just blew it completely.
Missed the mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the series of Irving Renquist Ghost Hunter, I'm
There's
sorry
that's the
I
spi-
fucked
That was
up.
the spiderweb shot, wasn't it?
I think we still see the spiderweb once he goes
Oh,
inside.
yeah.
One more time.
There's a special
There's
shot.
another really
On the
close
day of
shot.
shooting, that awesome spiderweb just happened to be there.
Wondering
There it is.
Why did
You
we
can.
do that?
There it is. Because it was there and it was cool.
No, the close-up shots. He's still
close-ups.
trying to figure that
I'm
out.
trying to figure
the
out why we did
close-ups.
that. I think it was something that we did talk about, that you and I did talk about. I just don't remember what it was. Because we did shoot this in the summer of 2007.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Long time.
it was a while ago.
We haven't exactly established.
I like how Irving makes himself right at home by putting his hat and jacket right in the closet. It's very nice of him.
Well, you know, they already know each other biblically, so,
Yes.
you know.
And Daddy is away.
So Irving's coming to be her daddy,
Yep. She's been a naughty little
and
girl.
he brought his massive tripod too,
Because he's going to film it.
because he's gonna make a movie.
It's one of them sex movies.
Meanwhile, at Dottie's place,
Nice place.
She knows I'm coming, right?
Yes, Lonnie. She's well aware.
I love Lonnie.
he's so great and awkward.
I didn't have to give him very much at all.
Hey, here's the hero shot, just like Buffy.
Right.
And Lonnie's confused.
My name is Dottie Elizabeth Parker.
Now, Mark was doing some very strange hand gestures during this scene. Were you directing him to do that? Because he was stroking that camera off for like the entire scene.
No.
And
No, that was
it
not
was
him.
very hard to cut around that.
That was
If he was
just Mark.
stroking anything, it was not going to be the camera.
I was out playing.
Yeah, it was
See,
awkward.
there he is. He's doing it right there.
It was Lonnie getting excited. He's a very sexually
I went over to it. and
deprived young man.
The other
That is
problem
true.
with this scene was we were not actually recording.
it just slowed
So
down
all
and
those
stopped.
great shots where we see the viewfinder of the camera, you see that there's no recording happening, so we couldn't use them.
I wanted to show my dad what was going on out there. I mean,
But
most of the
this
time
is
it
the
was just
exposition
swinging by
episode
itself,
also.
but
This is where we
sometimes
learn
there was
stuff.
this bluish black smoke.
Yeah, Dave didn't like my idea of just calling it the Learn Stuff episode, like that being the title.
Most of the
But
time,
Learning
Oh, I
time
totally would have
episode.
gone with that.
nothing but
Only it didn't fit in our one
Our
word
one-word
title
title.
scheme.
Alex, the Learn Stuff episode.
I think whenever you put episode in, it's not good.
Did I grab a beer? Take off the old notes.
Now here's where Dottie starts getting drunk,
Sure was.
Underage
Batteries can
drinking.
drain dramatically.
and it was just Angela wanted to get drunk.
Really,
Pretty
like
much.
it wasn't in the script at all.
No.
And I mean, that was actually just her saying, "Can we take a break? I'm gonna
So
go
he-
get a beer."
I just let it keep going.
And
It was
Pat's
in the
like,
moment.
"Brilliant, go with it." And Mike's like, "Should I cut it?" He's like, "No, keep filming. Always be filming.
I think he's something else altogether.
Good thing we did this as a multi-camera shoot, right?
Always be filming."
Sally?
Alex usually doesn't take form in the house. I mean, Irving took that picture, but
I think this is one of Angela's best scenes in the whole series. I really like the naturalness she delivers all this exposition dialogue very naturally, so it actually is interesting and it doesn't come across as we're telling you what's going on, but we're really not.
Like slam doors or move something heavy?
You should actually watch the series before listening to the commentary, and stay far away from the spoiler alert DVD feature.
Batteries drain also.
I noticed.
Even after you watch the series.
It's not worth it.
Stronger for a couple
No,
weeks.
it's like that movie The Ring. Once you watch it, it's just, ooh.
You're gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead.
In 7 days.
And don't say I didn't warn you.
Daddy were fighting. We heard all this commotion downstairs. I think Alex was upset that we were fighting and decided to break some plates. But like
There's also some very nice understated music by Celeste in this scene. So it's good all around scene.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank God for alcohol.
Alcohol!
alcohol.
Directing and acting drunk, I find, is one of the more difficult aspects of performance.
I mean, it was here yesterday, that's for sure.
So are you trying to say that you were drunk while you were directing this, Pat?
Pat, I think anyone
I
who's
am not.
directing while drunk would agree that it is a difficult aspect of the performance. Oh, and here's the first hints of a little bit of an interest between Irving and Julia, which is fun.
Get some filler shots.
Best little squeeze coming.
But I think he already did that.
He did? Damn.
No, here it is.
Here it is. Boop.
And that is Angela's real reaction.
Behavior for paranormal
I told Brian to do something slightly inappropriate for the situation, and he squeezed Angela's boob.
Toss me the EMF detector.
Get it.
Really fun.
Actually, I believe that was planned out.
What, the boob grab?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was in the script.
Was it?
Oh, I love the scenes in the basement between Irving and Lonnie.
Service.
I just figured I should defend Brian, against any future, sexual
He
harassment
was
charges.
directed to do so.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, and after about an hour, she'll be kissing your cheek with the end of each sentence.
The basement was fun because we
And she'll probably
made
get
it
fairly
even bigger.
morose and start
Gave
talking
it
about
more doors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all we did was just go around to every door and shoot on both sides of it.
Basically.
Impressive, or?
And make it dark.
This was a very difficult scene to light, actually. I remember because the way that we wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of the lighting look was done in post too, because we had to really
Not really my type, but
amp the contrast and darken things up. Oh, here's Lonnie's type.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd like something a little more.
There's a version of this that goes on for like 5 minutes where he's talking about Sybil Shepherd and Brooke Shields and how he liked her TV series Suddenly Susan. It's very odd. That's what happens when you give Mark Musinski license to improvise.
Oh, jeez.
He takes it too far, and he makes it sad.
My sister. I mean, how can you just leave your
There are no straight
Suddenly
lines.
Susan was not sad.
I was sad.
Don't be scared.
I'm not scared.
Why are you breathing heavy?
Always breathe like this.
And one of my other favorite things in this series is when they actually get angry at each other and fight, because
definitely came from over
it's
there.
it's very brothers fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Lonnie's little pep talk here.
There's nothing scary. There's nothing scary.
Is this the one with the 15 watts, or is that another episode? Is that
That's
your
a
episode?
different
That's this one, actually, I think.
Oh yeah, it
No,
is.
it's
It's
big.
right here. One of the best lines of the whole episode.
Right? Yep.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
that, like 15 watts?
Because nothing is funnier than wattage jokes.
Paranormal activity.
Ranks right up there with grammar humor
Stuff like this all the time.
as a cornerstone of the Grelk writing au revoir.
For all intents and purposes. So what do you do when something like this happens?
Film it.
Film it.
This is really nice because it shows their inexperience and they have no idea what they're doing. It's like the beginning of
others charging?
Ghostbusters, which
Yeah,
is
but
also
this
a
is the
good
third
movie.
full battery.
Lonnie,
That's the
breathe.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Wink.
Finish breathing.
He also gave us like a 2-minute take of the.
He wanted to give us a lot to work with.
Strangest exhale ever.
That was in the next
Door
room.
slammed.
What about the battery?
What about the packs?
When is this? Is this the first time we see Alex, or was that in episode 1? The first
we saw Alex
at the end
no,
of
yeah,
episode
you're right.
1?
No, this is it. This is where we first technically see Alex.
That's the door.
I think, right? Maybe it is the first episode.
Ghost.
No, that was at the end of the first
The
episode.
swing in the credits.
Gotcha.
And then we revisit the swing.
Now, Pat, I remember shooting that swing set. It was you, me, and Erica out there,
And Steve.
and Steve, and everybody else was back at the Noens house having pizza.
You
knew
It's
what
the
you
way
were
we
getting
roll,
into
guys.
when you told Julie you wanted to come on an investigation. You knew there was
No,
a
we didn't.
high
We left you
chance
one
of
piece
you
to
getting
share
into a
amongst
scary
yourselves.
situation. You practically
I'm
begged
sorry,
to
there was
come
one
anyway.
slice.
So let's
And it was
just suck it up
divided
and go
equally.
in.
Very small bites.
I'm hungry now, guys.
Here's another little Lonnie whimper that is just wonderful.
Who are you, Alex? Can you hear?
We're suffering from commentary lag where we're watching the episode now.
Shh, 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 shh. Dave, you're talking during the episode again.
The swing effects, totally me.
Yeah, you totally rocked those swings.
Rocked them hard.
That was so hard to do. I
Wow.
tried to just put a JPEG back in the camera, and turns out you can't do that. So I had to print out the picture
And then take
with
a
that on it
photo.
and take a photograph of that picture. You wouldn't think it would be that difficult to do something as simple as that effect.
Well, there
But
you
that's
go.
That's
That was that.
episode 2.
Preliminary.
Got our awesome closing credits here.
Another way to show that there is nothing but another mask underneath. A front design of twisted lies and teary eyes. I'm a disguise of myself, and it's the only